Welcome back to the Images Through Time channel, the place where we explore the world of photography with famous photographs by famous photographers and much more. In each episode on the photographers, we'll uncover some stories, techniques, and secrets behind some of the most famous photographs in history. Our goal is not to only admire the images, but to understand what makes them timeless and, of course, to learn from them. So grab your coffee or anything else and let's begin. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity to continue to explore with us. Today we are studying the photography couple, the Bechers, Bernd and Hilla, who lived in the 1900s into the early 2000s. They were a renowned German husband and wife duo who made really significant contributions to the world of photography, particularly in the field of conceptual art and industrial photography. They're best known for their extensive series of photographs that documented industrial structures and buildings, capturing them quite often with a consistent and straight-on objective style. This is called typology photography. One of their most famous photographs is part of this series called Typologies. In this series, the Bechers photographed various industrial structures and architectural forms, such as water towers, gas tanks, blast furnaces, and other structures. Their approach was systematic, methodical, and it presented the structures in a grid-like format, as you can see, that emphasized the similarities and the differences among them. We have studied in the past August Sander, a photographer who photographed in this style, the typology photography, as we defined above. It's a single photograph or a body of photographic work that share a level of consistency. The Bechers' work is characterized by its stark black and white presentation and straightforward objective style. They aimed to create a comprehensive visual catalog of these structures, focusing on their functional utilitarian aspects rather than their aesthetic qualities or the art or an artsy side of the structures. Through their meticulous approach, they explored the transformation of the industrial landscape over time. As far as their composition, as you can see, there's a grid layout. They arranged their photographs in this grid-like layout, presenting them as a series most often. This layout, again, serves to emphasize the uniformity and the repetition that was present in industrial structures while also highlighting slight and subtle variations. The grid format invites viewers to compare and contrast the objects, showcasing both their individuality and their commonality. The consistency is very apparent. The structures are centered in the frame, filling the entire photograph, and the angle of view is, as we said, usually head-on and symmetrical. This consistent approach helps viewers focus on the structural details and allows for quite easy comparison. There's a notable absence of context. The Bechers intentionally excluded any contextual elements from their compositions, such as surrounding landscapes or even any people in the images. This absence of context reinforces the idea that these structures exist in a kind of isolated, timeless space, and it really draws our attention mainly to their form and function. As far as lighting, the Bechers primarily used natural light in their photographs, and this, again, is very consistent with their documentary style. It shows us exactly how the structures appear in the real world. They wanted to minimize any harsh highlights and shadows and any contrast. And again, the lighting met their goal of allowing the viewer to see everything clearly in a consistent fashion. The photographs are typically black and white, which further simplifies the visual elements and enhances the focus on the form and the structure that they are presenting. In summary, the Bechers' compositions and their lighting choices were deliberate and consistent, to achieve the goals we just mentioned. Their work had a major influence on the development of conceptual photography in the Dusseldorf School of Photography. And there were famous photographers that were influenced by them, including Andreas Gursky, and we might study a very famous photograph of his in the near future. The Bechers' dedication to documenting the industrial architecture in this very systematic manner has really left a mark on contemporary photography. And for today, that wraps up our journey through the world of the Bechers photography in summary form. I hope you enjoyed exploring these images and the ideas behind the images today. And if you found this video insightful, inspiring, or educational in any way, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends or fellow photographers, and please subscribe. Your support means a lot to me. Remember, photography is a timeless art, and there's always so much to discover. Thank you for joining me on this visual adventure. Until next time, I'd like you to continue exploring your world with your photography.